I'm back.
Good evening and welcome to the social branding and marketing extravaganza call tonight. Are we excited or what, everybody? Throw me some ones, throw me some love, throw me some. Who is excited about what's going on? So Scott's throwing up the if you guys did not catch the training on Saturday and seeing what this incredible, powerful software can do, you truly will see it tonight. And like Deborah said before we started recording, those of you that join us and are participating in what we're doing here are very fortunate and will be rewarded by being taught how to earn some points right here, right now, tonight. This is the easiest and most effective, in my opinion, pool of the whole part of Cooler Brands because everybody can easily learn how to click a button on Facebook or Twitter. We're starting with Twitter, but everybody can easily click a button on Twitter and start building momentum for royalty checks. And so in turn, not only are we getting points, we're getting massive exposure on on Twitter. And I like to see, usually when I wake up in the morning or when I check my phone throughout the day, I'll have like 99 messages on Facebook because I can't keep up with all the messages. And my Twitter used to be like 4 or 5 here and there. You know, I would see a couple notifications from some Cooler Brands members. And then this weekend, it was like, it switched. Like my Twitter was like blowing up and my Facebook felt lonely. So so Twitter is happy right now, and you guys are killing it. And so the reason why we're training in batches of 100 is because we want to make sure for certain that everybody's getting to one of the most important. I mean, all 3 pools are absolutely equally important. That's why they pay out equally. But first of all, if you guys on here, does anybody not have a Twitter account? Throw me a 2. Kirsten, I hope you signed up for yours. I think you did today. So if anybody, I think everybody does. It looks like everybody does. Cool. So how many of you guys are excited about Thursday's call?
Ooh, hallelujah. I am.
What the hell? Hell yeah.
Wow. Scott, you better scold him. Scott, you better message personally, you better inbox him right now.
Heaven, yeah.
There you go. Seriously choking right now.
What just happened?
Where was I? Oh yeah, so Thursday. Thursday, we have some massive action. If you guys missed last Thursday, I strongly suggest you go back and look. Our buddy, my good friend, the hard-headed Mr. Scott Blant. No, I love Scott. We play all the time.
No, you
Scott,
said bald-headed.
Yeah, I did say bald-headed. He's obviously bald-headed. No, Scott, you guys, Scott, the stuff that Scott is teaching is the stuff that absolutely turned my entire life around with as far as my personal life, my career, my success. If you guys want to know how to be successful, you have to start exactly where Scott's training from. So thank you, Scott, man. We're so gracious and full of gratitude for what you're doing, man. So if you haven't seen what Scott's doing or pre-pledged on what Scott's got, I strongly suggest you get up in there and do that. So leading up to this Thursday, you guys do not miss a Thursday call from here the rest of your life because I can't say anything else. It's gonna be, we might have somebody on the call. We might have some, one of the most exciting things you've ever seen. I don't know. So tonight I'm gonna give it over. So the fabulous Deborah and the wonderful Dawn.
That's it? Done?
LeBron James? What about LeBron James? I got distracted for a second there. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'll say LeBron James, I'll say Ray Lewis, I'll say Jim Brown, I'll keep going. But I just felt like I walked into the 90s commercial of Man, what is going on tonight? You guys are crazy. You guys are making me crazy. So yes, going back to Deborah and Dawn, I think Michelle might hop in, but so tonight, you guys, they're going to lay it out for you what we're doing, why we're doing it, how it works, and we're going to everybody log into your social media account. If somebody can pop that in the chat, the link to the social media.
Yeah, let's wait on that for just a sec.
Okay, I'm going to let you go. Go do it.
Okay.
Do your thing.
Okay. So before we get in there and start messing around in the social, in Kula Social, one thing is really, really important that Peter really wants us to get across to the community, which is, okay, so from the beginning of time until now, from the beginning of Kula Brands until now, everything we've done on social media, we haven't gotten points in the branding pool for that, right? But it has raised awareness about Kula Brands. We've gotten our name out there. People are looking at our products. We're getting things, we got Zip and Store to go viral. We didn't do that by sitting back and waiting to earn points in the branding pool, right? So now the branding pool is open, but what we have to remember is it can't be all about earning points. You can't do just enough to earn a partial point in a pool. If you're doing something to earn a point in the pool, you should think about getting outside of the software and do 5 or 10 things outside of the software. You know, outside of the software, you can share your links. Inside of the software, you don't share your links. Okay, so you still want to share your links so you can get yourself out there. But I would say try to have a 1 to 5, maybe 1 to 10 ratio on what you're doing inside the system and what you're doing outside the system. The other thing is, does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
You know, earning points is important and earning money is important, and we're all here for royalties. But the more we help each other and embrace each other and share each other's stuff outside of the software, the bigger we get. The more people that see us, the more eyes we get on it. The other thing is, currently the software is set up really to just throw your own tweets out there or share somebody else's or like other people's, but there really isn't a conversation piece quite yet in there. And that's something that Doug and I think, Don, are you working on that initiative too? Yeah, Doug and Don are working on that now. So maybe after we get into the software, maybe you can talk about some of the changes that they might see. But those are really important points that I just wanted everybody to be aware of before we go zipping in there. So I purposefully did not go into the software today and do my stuff because you can only use, is it one time, Corey and Dawn? You can only use a hashtag one time in there a day?
One hashtag, one per 24 hours.
Per product.
Like one hashtag, but you can use different hashtags.
No, I know,
Yes.
I know, yes, exactly.
There's only 1 per product now though, Michael.
It's 1 per product. You can do other posting in there, but
Okay.
you can't use the hashtag. If
Right.
I use Zip and Store, I can't use it again
Right.
while
Can
I'm
you-
in there.
Do you get credit if you do another post about the same product with a completely different hashtag that you create? Because there's only 1 hashtag per product in the back office now, or in the social media office.
Yeah, right now there's only 1 per product, but there's going to be a lot more added and the point value would change. So yeah, that's part of it.
Okay, Corey, let me ask you this. Okay, like I posted today, my hashtag movie card was shut off because I did that movie card. But then what I did is I lowered the case value rather than doing a capital movie card, and I did movie card and it went through. And then I got a partial point for that.
It might have been your point that you did for the hashtag that was on there that took, it syncs up every hour. So every hour your points will sync up. So it could have been from the previous one. I'm not sure, but the only ones that are triggering points are the ones that are hashtags that are in the system as of right now.
What I'm trying to say is if I tweet a tweet and use, use Etsy, hashtag organizer, hashtag Zip and Store, and then the next one I do is just, I don't use the Zip and Store because it's already been blocked. And
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. No, but you're getting exposure.
Okay, that's what I'm wanting to explain to other people that have asked me these questions.
Oh, good. So let's do all the explaining at the end then. So a lot of people on here haven't even seen the software. So let's wait. Let's do.
Yeah, you'll see when you see it. Yeah, when you
Yeah.
guys see it, you'll see what.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about the people who haven't even seen what we're talking about yet. So I say we get in and go.
You want me to put the link in now?
Yeah, that'd be
Oh,
great.
I've got it too. That's cool.
Thank
Okay,
you.
super.
Yep, there it is.
I had it ready. So did you.
So there it is in the chat. If everybody wants to go ahead and copy it and go to a browser. Now, I will tell you, I use Firefox. Ooh, I'm glad I'm telling you this because I was supposed to use Chrome. I use Firefox regularly, and while I'm in there, I don't know if anybody else is having this trouble, but while I'm using Firefox, it doesn't let me select any of the pictures that are provided. So I have to upload my own. So I'm going to go ahead and get into Chrome and do it from there. But if you see little issues like that it feels like something's not quite working, try a different browser. But keep track of if you do find an issue, keep track of which browser you're on so that we can report that to Doug.
Hey, Corey. Kelly just posted in the chat that she has a question and doesn't see the Q&A. Is that because this isn't set up as a webinar?
That is correct.
Okay.
If you could just hold on to your questions or just put it in there and I'll copy and paste it somewhere.
All right, I'm just about to share
Thank you.
my screen. Oh. All right, can everybody see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Excellent. So if you have taken that link from the chat and you put it into a browser, this is what it should look like. Your username and password are the exact same username and password that you use to log into any Kula anything. Kula Brands, anything. Oh, Z. Sorry. That's funny. The Z is right under the A, by the way, in case nobody knew that. Okay. My super secret password.
It's a really long one too.
It is because my passwords, every one of my passwords has a message to me that I have to think about and let it resonate every day. And yeah.
Very good.
So there you have it. Okay, so this is it. When you first log in, this is the screen that you should see. Steps 1, 2, and 3. So step 1, connect your Kula funded account to your social account. What that means, right now, we're only using Twitter. We're going to build out Facebook and Pinterest, and I'm sure YouTube will, I'm sure that all of our platforms, social media platforms, will be in here at some point. Currently, we're only using Twitter. Facebook is being built as we speak. Okay, so we come over here to the left, and up here at the top, you see where it says Twitter? Go ahead and click on that. And it's going to ask you to authorize your Twitter account. And so you enter your, I think I'm just Deborah Katz there. Again, giving myself a message with my password. Feeling really good about that.
Don't lie, it's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I counted the dots.
I wish I could spell that.
Right.
That was actually mine.
Change it.
Okay, so as you'll see,
Extra acid.
when you log in for the first time, you will not see anything on your screen. So don't panic if you don't see anything. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close this for now. I'm going to, I don't even know how to close these.
On the
Delete
right.
'em.
Yeah, on the right. There you go.
There you go. Delete. Delete.
Okay.
Delete.
Michael, you want to mute, buddy? Thank you, sir. Okay. I'm just going to delete all this so we can start. I should have done this before, but I didn't log in today. All right. So it's Okay. You're
It does
watching me
take a
do
while
this over and over again, right?
Yeah, it does take a while sometimes, though. I noticed today when I was doing it, it took a really long time to actually get them to go away.
Okay.
And it might be because Doug's working on them.
Okay, let me just hit refresh real quick.
So Deborah, do we need to delete ours too if we've already done this before?
No, absolutely not. For
Leave
the
it.
when you come in, if once you have pulled up the columns that you want to see, they'll be
Right.
up every single time when you log in, and
Okay.
that's good. You'll be ready to go right when you.
Yeah,
right
my
when you log
Zippin
in.
store didn't come up with any no tweets available. Is basically what it's saying. So I don't understand that one.
Did you already tweet today on
No.
with a Zippin Store hashtag? Oh.
No.
Sometimes there's a delay. Was that Lou?
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a delay. You'll see like an empty column, even though you put the hashtag there.
Okay.
I did notice that. Sometimes I just walk away and come back to it, and then it populates. But it's
Okay. I'll just wait then. Thank you.
yeah, sure.
Awesome. Okay, for you newbies who have never been in here before, this is what you should see. Nothing on your screen, and it asks you to select your Kula funded project. So what this means is which one are you going to want to tweet about first? So I'm just going to pick Zippin Store for now, and then click away from that. And so it shows that the first project I'm going to work in is Zippin Store. But what we're going to do before we worry about that is we're going to pull up our columns like you just saw. So the first column, I'm going to enter hashtag Zippin Store, and it doesn't, caps don't matter as far as searching goes. So I'm going to click add tag. And how come it's not pulling up my column?
Is it loading?
I don't know. It took forever to delete. I know Doug's working on it in the background too, so that's probably not.
They took forever to load for me today too, Deborah.
Did they? Okay.
Everything was taking forever today.
All right. So I probably shouldn't have deleted them all then. For everybody out there, for everybody out there who's new, go ahead and add your tags like I'm doing now. So now I'm doing Park Smart for Kids. So basically what I'm doing is I'm telling it what hashtags do I want to do a search on? What hashtags do I want to have a column show up for me?
There you
Okay.
go.
So there's my Zippin Store, and I don't know if I clicked return for Park Smart. I'm going to assume I did. So I'm going to put hashtag MobiCard, add tag.
Here's feedback.
All right. While that's waiting, I'm going to get started on Zippin Store. So the project I'm in right now is called Zippin Store. So everything that I tweet or do inside of here, the software thinks that I want to tweet about Zippin Store. So this is super important to understand, because if my project were MobiCard and right here my column is Zippin Store, when Zippy Store, when I do anything here, it's only going to give me options for MobiCard hashtags and MobiCard pictures and things to do with MobiCard. So currently we're going to do a Zippin Store. So I see that Kathy is right here at the top. This is her, this is something that she did today or yesterday or sometime. I've already liked it or loved it. I'm going to go ahead and reply to Kathy. So I'm going to click the back arrow, and I'm going to say, Kathy, I love that. What does she say? Hang on, I didn't read what she said, and that's a cardinal rule. I mean, I broke a rule. Organize your cupboards and your refrigerator with this. Okay, good. Kathy, I love that. I installed mine. No, I don't want to say that. Hang on, sorry. This is why it takes me so long to do anything on Facebook or anywhere, because you want whatever you're saying, you want it to be conversational. You don't want to just put, yay, love it, constantly. At least make some of them a little conversational. So I love that. My Zippin Store is helping me store food prep.
Does somebody have this webinar on their phone too? Because it's like there's feedback every time Deborah talks. On my end anyway. Could be me.
No, I hear it too.
Okay.
I may need to mute somebody.
You can mute everybody.
I hear it.
Okay, so here we go. So I just said I'm replying to Kathy by hitting that back arrow. I love that. My Zippin Store is helping me store my food prep. Okay, so now I can add an image if I wanted to. I could select one of these that's provided. If I wanted to see other, there are a couple of tweets here right now that you could just select so that you didn't go through the whole mind process that I did and trying to think of what to say. So you could grab one of these just by selecting it. And then here under tags are all the tags that are associated with Zippin Store. And this is how you're tracked. This is how your tweet is tracked. Again, you can only do, in the software, you can only do one tweet a day that is hashtag Zippin Store from inside of this software. That doesn't mean you can't do it from going to your phone like you used to, or going to your computer like you used to. You can still do all those things. So that's what we want you to do. Only use the tag once from inside the software. Use it as many times as you want from outside. Also remember, don't share your link when you're doing this. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit. So you're getting royalty points to be paid on forever by coming in here and doing this branding and marketing. So we can't lose sight of why we're doing this branding and marketing. We've been hired by our inventors, creators, by our artists. We've been hired by them, basically. They're paying us royalties to do this. So we're not promoting ourselves when we're doing social branding and marketing from within the Kula Brand software. We're promoting Kula Brands, we're promoting our inventors, we're promoting our inventors' products, not us individually. We are collaboratively working on trying to get this stuff to go viral. So that's why you don't share your link. And I will tell you, on the training with Doug, we were just going, and out of habit, I was throwing my link in there. I did 2 tweets with my link in there, and then he said, and make sure, and then he told us that story, and I thought, oh, wow, that should have been something I thought of, but I didn't.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm done with this one. I'm going to go ahead and click submit. It's thinking. I was going to say, while that's thinking, I'll add another tag, another column, but it's not going to let me. All right, your reply has been successfully tweeted. All right, I have my MobiCard column, so now let me add my ParkSmart for kids. Add tag. All right, that's thinking about it. So now I'm going to do a MobiCard one so you can see what a MobiCard one looks like. So here's a MobiCard one that I haven't liked yet or loved, and that's Kelly Craig, and she's on the call tonight. So look at how much I love that. Your screen at all times should be filled with red hearts. Filled. Okay, so let's click on this one. So here I replied to Kathy using that when we did it on Zippin Store. Now let's use this one. And this is, we're quoting this tweet and we're sharing it. So I have to close it because I have to look at what she said. Save even more with MobiCard. Okay. So this is a retweet, and it gives me the ability to add, cardinal sin. Okay. Doug did this too, and I was sure I wasn't going to do this tonight. but I did it. So we are now in MobiCard. You have to come here and you have to select MobiCard as your project name. The reason for that, if you noticed, when it pulled up, I only had access to Zip and Store. So now I want access to MobiCard because we're in MobiCard. So in order to get points in MobiCard's branding pool, I need to use the MobiCard hashtag, not the Zip and Store. All right, let me try that again. Okay, and now I forgot what you said. Save even more. Okay. Oh, look, I showed up here. Guess what? I'm going to love that. All right. Save even more. Can't believe all of the merchants offering discounts in this app. In this, make sure you get your hashtag in there, in this MobiCard app. Love it. Okay, so how come it's getting me Zip and Store again, guys? Let me refresh my screen. Did we have the chat about how we're early adopters in this company yet? Have I had that chat with you people?
I don't think so.
Early adopters means we're going to find, you know, we get to be here, we get to be the first ones to love.
They're also doing a lot of work on the system tonight, so it's why it's actually moving a lot slower right now.
Okay. Okay, good. I refreshed my screen. That might be something you might have to do in the interim while we're waiting for this to be, for the work to get done. But now I see I have my hashtag MobiCard. And you know what? This probably should be the very first thing you check when you come to a new column to do a new tweet, is make sure when this piece comes up, make sure you have access to the correct tweet, the column that you're tweeting in. All right. So if I just click on this, it'll show up here, so I don't have to type it in, and so that we're not having misspellings out there. Well,
Hey, Deb.
do you hear my phone? It's going nuts with all you liking my tweet. Awesome. Wow.
Hey, Deb.
Yes.
When you click out of that, or when you're done with that, can you go back to when you liked to show the little heart? Because
Yeah.
I think there's a glitch there.
Yeah, I liked them a couple times and then they went blank again on me, and I liked it. But yeah, hold on just a second. Let's
because I think it appears that you've liked it if anyone likes it.
Okay,
You know what I
hold
mean?
on.
Like, yeah.
I can't get my head wrapped around that. This is awesome. Are you hearing all these beeps? My Twitter has never lit up like that before.
Great.
Okay, I can't believe the number of awesome discounts offered in this MobiCard app. Now here's something I always love to do. It was Kelly, right? Thank you, Kelly, for sharing this. Thank you, Kelly, for sharing this.
Mhm.
I love to give the person who was the original person to put something out about something, I love to give them, not credit, but make them how do I always put that? I'm tired tonight, Corey. Make
Give
them
them a shout out.
Make them the experts. The person who's
Edify them. Yeah.
yeah, make them the expert. Make sure, you know, they're the one that shared. Give them some credit. Make it conversational. You know, always appreciate what that person has done and pretend. A lot of you have seen me comment on your stuff, and it looks as though you brought me into the community. I'm always thanking people for sharing Cooler Brands with me, for sharing Zip and Store with me, you know, always. It looks like I was brought in by, you know, 100 people. Okay, can you go back to what you were saying with the liking? Michelle,
Yeah,
sorry.
so you see on the right column there where it shows 0 where the heart is.
Mm-hmm.
Click on it. Now click on it again. Okay, so that's good. So then find one that you haven't liked yet, but it still shows a red heart.
I've actually talked to Doug about that. This is something that
Oh,
he's
did you?
fixing.
Okay,
Mhm.
so it is.
Yeah, when you and I talked about it before.
Okay.
Oh, so I didn't even realize I had some that had.
Yeah, like right now you can't tell because it'll show a red heart when anyone has liked it.
Oh.
So like
Oh, I
when you
didn't
first
realize
log
that.
in, you're going to see a bunch of red hearts as long as anyone has liked it.
You're right. Look at this. See, I kept thinking, wow, nobody's tweeting today because I've liked all this stuff.
You guys,
Okay.
Scott just said his red hearts are disappearing. I don't know if that was a joke or if that's serious.
Yep, look at this. Okay, look at this one from Maria right here, this Park Smarts. It says that I assumed I had liked it since it was red, but watch this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I hadn't liked it.
Nope,
Good catch. I had no idea.
that's been happening, yeah. It was confusing.
Can we just run through the training and the glitches are definitely being worked out. Doug wanted me to let you guys know that.
Yep.
So let's just show them how to do it and how it works and how to get a point, and we'll crank it further.
Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about is Doug always says, use this. We don't want you only using the software just to always be doing the Coolibrand stuff. So bring in another subject that you like. So I always have hashtag Disneyland, let's say. No, Legoland. Just because it's 8 minutes away from me, so. All right, that'll take a minute. So while that's taking a minute, I haven't tweeted yet on Park Smarts for Kids. So for my Zip and Store, I replied to a tweet, so I got a partial point for that. And we don't know exactly how many partial points everything you do is going to be at this point. There's still, this is brand new, so we're kind of treading the water. Doug's kind of monitoring and seeing, because the last thing we want to do is saturate the pool so that they don't mean anything. So in the future, he's gonna have tasks listed, and you're gonna be able to go and pick a task and do that, and it'll be for a certain amount of points or partial points, and you'll be able to see that. So that's coming in the future. But you get partial points for everything you do. So this one I replied to. This one I requoted, or I retweeted with a quote. And for this one, for MobiCard, I think I'll just create my own. So to create your own, you come over here. Again, this is the button we clicked when we first came in Twitter, when we linked to our Twitter account. And again, Twitter is the only one that is functional at this point. So then if you come down here and click on tweet, this is how you add your own tweet. You can add your own pictures, or you can select again. Okay. Gotta make sure you change your project. And I'm gonna hit refresh just to make sure it changes. All right, so now I'm just gonna do my own tweet, and it's still MobiCard. Function F5. Whoa, what did I do?
And she's gone.
Hi, Deb. Sorry, I didn't want to hear you anymore. Just kidding. Dawn, you have yours on? You want to take over?
I do not have mine on, but I can get in real quick. And I'm sure she'll be back really quickly. Does everyone understand so far what she showed you? Like how to set up the hashtags, how to, does anyone have any questions about any of that so far?
I spent 2 hours walking somebody through it after the first meeting, so I don't think I'm good, but this is awesome.
Everybody see my screen?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so Let me log into Twitter real quick. Super. There. All right, so I'm going to select Park Smarts. I haven't done any Park Smarts today. And I'm going to do my Park Smarts column. Okay, super. This is from Crowded Source. This is not any from our members. And it's taking, see, it takes a few minutes to load. So sometimes I sign in and it's blank, but I know there's a lot of Park Smarts tweets out there because I've seen them.
That
So
Crowded Source is actually Carl.
Oh, is it Carl? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Gotcha. Okay. Anyhow. All right.
Welcome back, Deb.
Thank you. I refreshed my screen, and instead of just refreshing, I put my laptop to sleep.
That's great.
Weird. Oh no, what did I?
I have a tendency to do that. I put things to
All
sleep.
right, okay, so I'm just like Deb did, you just want to reply with something, appropriate to what they kind of posted there. It's a great educational resource, USA National Parks, okay? So it's for road trips. We take road trips all the time to go to the park. I don't think we've shown you this part yet. You can actually select from some pre-selected or pre-done tweets. Okay, so I could have done any one of those, okay? I'm not going to this time, but those are some options for you. And you can also, of course, do the tag. I have not done the tag today. And then I could do an image too, but I don't think he had an image, so I may select an image this time. And now I'm just replying to his tweet, okay? I'm just trying to create some conversation. And what this is doing is, it's different than just spamming all over people's walls, right? We need to create that engagement and conversation with each other's posts, just like we're doing on Facebook. This is the same thing. We have to do this. It's very important. And it takes a minute, so successfully submitted. There we go. I'm sorry, I don't know why my columns are not completely filled out, but it's fine. Trifecto, we're not, it's not in even crowdfunding yet. So we're not really focused on Trifecto yet. You can if you want. I don't think it's going to get you any points, right? Because we're not at that project. But you can do any of these others. And did y'all see that? I just changed it. I know I did.
Refreshed.
Yep. Oh, it's just slow. Look at that. Just slow. It's all right. We're all pounding it. It's okay. Does anyone have any questions at all so far? I mean, I know this is a lot. If you've never seen this before, this is kind of a lot we're throwing at you. But,
Do the hashtags have to be specific? Yes, you have to use the hashtags. I was reading the hashtags that are provided when you go to tweet or reply or quote tweet. You have to use what's provided. So it is best to just click on what's provided there, and then you won't have any misspellings in your hashtags.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if you see how these are cut off, you can't really tell what hashtag I have up here. If you hover over it, it'll tell you the complete hashtag, so you'll know you have, you'll know you have it right. Mm-hmm. Whoops, there we go. That took a while, but there we go.
Yeah, it did.
10, 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys, just bear with me. It's loading. Oh, okay. It took me back to the beginning. How nice. All right, so I'll go mobile card. Corey, are there any questions at all about what we're doing, what we're showing, the hashtag thing? I know that was a big question for a long time of how do you do a hashtag, that kind of stuff. Are there any questions at all? I think we've pretty much gone through.
Can you cover just the one that you created again one time for me?
Sure, absolutely.
Creating your own, yeah. I'm not used to doing that, so.
And by the way, you can use this software to tweet anything you want out. It's you're leveraging Twitter, so you don't just have to sit in here and you can get your points, and then you can go in here and create massive activity by retweeting and responding to people, and you can even go. You can do hashtag discount groups or hashtag household goods. And you can go in and you can start engaging in conversations with other people about nothing about, don't go in there and bomb them with a hashtag zip and story, here's my link. You just go in there and you say, just engage in conversation. It's all about building a network outside of your circle of networks so that you're going outside and you're bringing people into the conversation. So, and that's why we say just to get involved and be active in other conversations. That way, Twitter recognizes that you're involved in
Okay.
hashtagging other.
Twitter account's brand new to me. Facebook was new enough, So
Sure, it's new. It's new for a lot of people.
Twitter.
Yeah, it's new for everybody, and just like anything else, when you do it a few times, it's going to be very comfortable, and it'll be even more exciting once you kind of see how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had my Twitter account for years, but I wasn't. I used it a few times a long time ago, and then I just really wasn't using it. So it was super foreign to me as well.
Yeah.
So
It's a beast for sure.
the more you
play in it.
Yeah.
And
Don't write a book, it won't allow it.
Yeah. And we're always here for you guys. I mean, any questions you ever have, you can always ask in the groups. That's why we created the groups, so we can help everyone with whatever it is they need. But
all of y'all have been helping me quite a bit, and I really appreciate that.
you're so sweet, Lou.
Well, we appreciate you.
Yes, we do. So
Yes, we do.
This is how you would tweet a brand new tweet. So you go right up here to tweet, and you'd click on that. It may take us a minute here. Okay. So then it'll pop up with this box for you, right? And all you have to do is fill it in. So again, we have some tweets already done for you. If you would like to do something like that, you certainly can. It's very important that you add to this your own verbiage just to make it a little different. Everybody's doing probably a lot of these same tweets, but we just want to make it our own, right? So if you own a business, get a free ad on MobiCard.
Real quick, Dawn, look at the spelling of that. I caught that the other day. Look at it. It's ModiCard.
I know. Yeah, I told Doug he.
Like so much for using the pre-populated things. What?
Exactly. I deleted mine actually because I was embarrassed. But anyway, yeah.
Oh, did I do that? Did I pick his? And Vanessa, you didn't throw me a bone when it was my turn?
Nope.
Oh, well, you know what? I didn't even look. Honestly, I just looked up and was like, oh, that's the one. Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
So, you know what? And honestly, when I did mine earlier, I used that one, didn't even double check it. So I remembered it from yesterday, but I didn't even double check myself. You're welcome, Dawn.
Sure. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, mine's fine. Mobi card. Okay. I love you again.
Thank you. It's better than Robbie told me nobody likes me over there now. Because I had to leave the other day.
Yes. Go ahead, Lou.
Sorry.
You're fine.
So when you're creating your own tweet, you don't have to use the pre-made. Okay.
You do not.
Okay. All right.
Now this is something good. I wanted to and I'm glad this happened. I did do a MobiCard one earlier today. So once every 24 hours, like we said, you can only use these tags just one time. So I've already used it. So I'm getting the message this tag is locked. You're allowed to use tag only once in 24 hours. That will tell you right there that you've already done it today. So you can do other things. You just can't do that particular MobiCard tag. You've already done it for today, and you've already got your point for that for today. You're not going to be able to do it more than once. So I'll do discounts, savings. Oh, and I'm out of space. So I'm just going to do discounts. All right, so then you just submit, and you should get a message that it was submitted successfully.
Awesome.
And I did grab one of the images, so I'm hoping the image is going to come through. And again, this takes a little bit, even when we're not on the call and I'm just doing this on my own, it does take a little bit to actually submit it and refresh, and that's fine. Just be patient and wait for it to happen.
And it'll go faster as he continues to go. I mean, he did put this on a new server, so I think it was at least running faster than it had been. And I wonder if too, being in the Zoom meeting is making it a little slower too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's having something to do with it. It's just a little delayed because we're streaming it.
And like Corey said, they're working on it tonight too, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, did that help, Lou? Did that answer your question?
Yeah. The only other question I get when I was watching the training with Doug, you know, and I think Colleen brought this up earlier on the chat. He was showing like 3 or 4 different ways of posting on the same product. Like you could do maybe like 2 retweets, 1 tweet, and then you could create your a hashtag. So it's like 4 different times. Is that something we want to do? Is it legal to do?
Sure. Yeah, you definitely want to engage with other people's posts. So liking them, loving them, retweeting, replying to them is important. You want to start that dialogue and build some conversation under there. What it looks like, honestly, and this kind of leads into what he's working on and wants to kind of do in the future, is right now, if you look at this, and I'm sorry I can't make this submit.
Go away, yeah.
It won't go anywhere. I'm sorry about
Right.
that.
That's okay.
It's just not happening. But if you look behind here, and I don't know if you've looked at your own Twitter feed, like I got in my Twitter feed today, and it was beautiful, but it was crazy. There were posts everywhere from everyone about everything we're doing, and it was wonderful to see, but it could look really, really spammy, right?
Right, yeah.
We're
Right.
all in here. There's 105 of us now that are doing this daily, right? We want those points, and we're doing it every day, and it's getting to look a little spammy. So we're really trying to focus more in the future and going forward a little bit on, you know, creating that engagement on the posts that are already there and building conversations under the posts that are already there and kind of doing that. So that's one thing he's definitely wanting to work on. I know we're working on some timers, so where we can schedule our posts and have them just post at different times of the day, which will be really helpful, I think, for a lot of people. We're also going to create some really high-end posts that we will supply for you, and you can use that and post in your own Twitter account, but then we will all go in and kind of comment on it. So a lot like we do with Facebook, we'll just create that, you know, dialogue underneath it. Let's see, we're really wanting engagement. We're wanting more engagement than these just posts everywhere. Okay, this is great. We're getting a lot of exposure and it's wonderful, but there's just a lot more to it that we need to focus on. And then he's thinking about doing a timer to schedule our tweets. So even if you go in and use the software, he's trying to schedule that for you throughout a 20-hour period. So like when I do the software, I only have a pocket or a window of time that I can do this, right? I'm trying to do it, you know, in the morning, maybe for 10, 15 minutes, just pound it out. Well, all of my tweets are right there in that time frame. And I don't think that's very helpful. So he's going to make it so where we go in whenever we want to do those tweets, but then he's going to spread it out for us over a 20-hour period. So it's not all just, in one time period. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
So,
because I felt like that yesterday when I did mine. I just kind of like slam, did them all. But I mean, I was spreading it out between different affiliates in Kula. I went down through several of them. So.
Yeah. It's hard for me to get in multiple times a day. We've got some stuff going on, but I want to get it done.
Yeah, I work a full-time job right now. So, my time is, from 6 o'clock until I get home at 4:30, 5 o'clock, it's just work, so.
Right. Well, any other questions, guys? Anything we can go over again? Anything else you need to know?
I have a question, but it's for Corey.
Sure.
And he's off. His microphone's off.
Oh.
He's off on.
Yeah.
There you go. Did you talk to Doug yet? About what?
I did.
This morning? Okay.
Yeah, I sent, he was, actually, you know what, guys, he was traveling back to Phoenix today. They're reshooting the video for the Trifecto.
Right.
They just filmed it, and Doug wants to do a retake, so he was driving back there, but I did send him every single message that you guys had sent me, so he said that they are busy working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, so thanks for the feedback.
Yeah, so should we, Dawn, here's what we're talking about. I contacted Corey earlier today just because the whole every 24 hours thing was, I'm hoping he'll be able to reset at midnight or something. I don't care if it's Eastern, Pacific Standard or whatever, but reset at that time so that we don't have to go, okay, wait, what time did I do it yesterday?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, because I'd like to get up and knock this out first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be great if he can, schedule those posts to go at a different time, but.
What he said was maybe I could reset at 11:59 and have a minimum of 8 hours between posts.
There you go.
So he'll figure, he'll definitely
that's
make it right.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
That would be fantastic. Because I got in a couple of times over the weekend and I could not remember for the life of me what time I posted.
I know. I missed an entire day because of that.
Yeah, when's my 24 hours up? I went again, but I don't know when I did it. So
that's exactly what I was,
pretty funny, yeah.
I'm glad I'm not alone.
No, never.
You are not alone.
Sing it for us.
No, you don't want that.
Scott might do it.
Ooh, yeah, where's Scott?
I don't know.
He's too busy looking for the link to the social. Can somebody pop that link back in there for him?
Wendy did.
Okay,
right
thanks, Wendy.
Yeah.
And so did Michael.
Yay.
Thanks, guys.
What else can we cover for you guys? I mean, what else do you need to know?
Well, is there anybody who you're logged into your site and you've tried something, you have some questions, or
Do you guys want to show them where their points are?
Oh yeah,
That'd be nice. I didn't know that.
Yes.
yeah. Just remember the points don't they don't add up really. It's on a cron job. It's on a cron job, so it's only like once an hour that it refreshes.
Okay.
Okay, so in Kula funded dashboard, so this is our, if I understand this right, it's our new back office, right? This is where we're going to be headed. This is where everything's going to be. Has everybody been here before? Do you know what this is?
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
do.
Okay. So under dashboards here, you can go to member report 3. It's the only report we have now currently. And up here, you can change the project. So I'm just going to do all projects because I want to know total right now what I've done. And then you go to branding pool. That's the pool that we're working on. And click submit. And so my personal points are 1.15. So as Deborah said earlier, a lot of these things that we're doing in the software, you're only getting a very partial point. So it could be 0.07. It could be, we don't know exactly what that looks like. Every project is going to be different. So we don't really have that outlined for you, but so far, with the couple of things I've done over the weekend and today, I've got 1.15 points.
So the key to points is just to be consistent. Just go out every day, get your hashtag in each one. You know, right now we're only dealing with Twitter, so just wait until Facebook is in there and Pinterest is in there and YouTube is in there and Snapchat is in there and Instagram is in there and Tumblr and all the rest of them. You're gonna be, you know, you could be really busy trying to get points and, you know, in
You're
everything.
saying I gotta learn new stuff?
No, I'm glad you said that, because that's the brilliant part about this. Find the platform that you're comfortable with and stick with it. You don't have to, you absolutely do not have to use all the platform. Do as much or as little as you want. Absolutely.
So guys, by the way, also Colleen just said something about there's no set point value for each action, because of each product is going to go through its own phase and its own time into where it is. And as far as the points, we will never let the points get diluted in a pool. So there will never be a point where, you know, there's full control over how many points are in the pool and what the value of each tweet or each action done. And so that's what Doug regulates. And so if there's an action, say in the future, where we need people to tweet out something from the Kula Brands Facebook page that has massive value to it, we'll adjust the point value accordingly to that action. If it's a project that is maybe towards the end of its cycle and like Walmart is about to pick it up, or, you know, Costco or whatever, major retailer is going to pick it up, we don't necessarily need a lot of points for that anymore. So it will be kind of a, you know, does that make sense to you guys? Like, it depends on where it is in the life cycle of the product. So there's no set point value for each product. So if you got 0.1 tenth of a point for an action yesterday, you might get a 20th of a point or a 100th of a point or whatever it is. So that's why it changes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yep.
And you can kind of keep track of them. I mean, if you want to go and drill down individually to the product itself and do the branding pull for that, you can certainly do that. I just did a overall picture, but I can drill down to my different projects that I've been tweeting on, and you can kind of see, ooh, I need to do some more Park Smarts. And just do it that way. Does that help? Does that answer that question?
Yes.
So you were talking about the trifecta pin about tweeting. You know, I did that yesterday, and
Sure.
I tweeted on another tweet. So there's a bunch of tweets already there with the picture of the trifecta pin and the tripod. So something's going on there. So.
Well, the thing is, it's not in crowdfunding yet.
Right,
So
right.
That's all I was saying. If you go through the
Okay.
software and you do it through the software, I don't think you're going to get any points for that, because it's not
Okay.
at that stage yet. Where Zip and Splur, Park Smarts, and MobiCard, you know, that's a little different.
Okay.
They've already been crowdfunded, so I think that's how it works. That's my understanding.
Take a look at your trifecta, just out of
Yes.
curiosity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of the reasons why Trifecta was on there was, when we were beta testing for it, it was part of the beta testing. So I think it's just,
Left over.
you know, yeah, we're not really we're way ahead of the cart before the horse on that one. So.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, it's good to get it out there now, right? I mean, it's good to go ahead and get the conversation going, right? So.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was saying too, that we're getting it exposure. You know, it's a new product that's coming. So that builds excitement, and it's, oh my gosh, guys, this is crazy. Look at this gadget, you know. That builds excitement for it before it's here, and there's
Right.
nothing like that either.
Right. Hey, Corey, the one thing that kind of come up today about the Kickstarter, can you just kind of explain that real briefly about
What?
non-affiliates? I really don't know nothing about, I signed on to Kickstarter, but I don't really fully understand Kickstarter or Indiegogo.
Kickstarter and Indiegogo are two of the world's biggest crowdfunding platforms. Kickstarter being the top one, and it's a public crowdfunding platform with over 3.5 million people on it. And so, crowdfunding started, 6-7 years ago, where inventors would bring their products or product ideas, or singers or songwriters or any kind of creative mind would go on there, and they would bring their products, and people would fund them. Right? So they fund them to support the inventor. They fund them because they want a cool new product. They do it to get the product. That's it. The reason why the whole first part of how Cooler Brands works is the launching pad, which is the crowdfunding platform. So when you pre-pledge on a product, we announce that, let's say the Trifecta is going up on Kickstarter on Wednesday. The whole reason that we tell you guys when exactly we're doing it is because you will get a full point in the first 24 hours that it's launched on Kickstarter, and that creates massive momentum for the project. And so when it hits that goal within the first 24 hours, that's when the 3.5 million people on Kickstarter see action happening in this crowdfunding platform, and they get involved. So it's like if you're searching for a YouTube video and you see one that has 10 million hits and you see one that has 4 hits, which one are you going to click on?
Yeah.
The one with the 10 million hits, right? Because
Yeah.
something must be happening there. There must be some reason why there's this product. So, so this is and anything made over the goal is what propels the inventor to get his or her product into production, into mass production, to further along their product to the next stage. And so that's what propels them into the sales pool for us, and into the branding and marketing pool, and closer to that retail store. So somebody asked how that benefits Cooler Brands. How does that not benefit Cooler Brands? You're not only getting a point in the crowdfunding royalty pool, which pays you for life, on that same one action over and over for life of that product. That's one way. And the second way is you're helping this inventor get their product and make a dream come true for an inventor. And that's how the whole Cooler Brands works in 3 different pools. All 3 pools, this being the third pool, the social branding and marketing pool, is just as important as the sales pool, just as important as the crowdfunding pool. So down the road, we have Kickstarter now, Indiegogo. We might use a couple more. Down the road, a longer term vision is, we might even have our own Cooler Brands crowdfunding platform. So when we're able to sustain ourselves and we have hundreds of thousands of, 50s and tens and 50s of thousands of members, that's when, things like that will happen. So hopefully that explained it well enough to where it made sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
One last quick question on Kickstarter. So I haven't actually had to, I've done the pre-pledging, but I hadn't had to actually pledge on Kickstarter. Is it pretty self-explanatory once I get on there?
It's the same. It looks the same way that it does in Cooler Funded. If we announce Trifecta is going to be launching tomorrow at noon, you're going to go to Kickstarter, type in Trifecta, it'll take you right there, and you just officially pledge on the exact same product reward that you did on the Cooler Funded site.
Okay. All right.
Very simple. And then very important too, thank you for bringing that up, is everybody keeps asking me, can't I just participate in the crowdfunding pool and that's it? Legally, no. You have to do 2 actions in order to get that point. And it's a very simple action. So after you click the pledge button on Kickstarter, it even pops up on your screen and it'll say, would you like to share this on Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and probably 3 other ones? So that simple action is, why wouldn't you tell the world that you just crowdfunded this product? Because not only does that help the entire community, it helps your checks as well. So that's what I mean by a simple activity. So when that screen pops up on Kickstarter, click share to Facebook and then click share to Twitter, and there you go. That's your simple actions along with your crowdfunding pledge point.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yep.
Great questions.
Very good.
Also,
Hey, Bess.
just to since we're going to be pledging on stuff and here real soon, just remember that there's generally 2 or 3 different options for what you can pledge on. So for the Zip and Store, it depended on what part of the Zip and Store you wanted, and each one of them might be priced differently. But it's important that everybody understands that in the crowdfunding pool, you'll get 1 point regardless of which choice you go with. But what's very, very important is that once it goes on to Kickstarter, there are generally more options available for lesser amounts, because it's just a little tiny piece of the project, or it's just, hey, you can just donate a little bit of money. Those options are not for Kula branders. That if you choose options other than what you chose in Kula funded, then you are not going to get your point. You risk not getting your point in the crowdfunding pool.
I'm glad you said that. Can I just jump in real quick?
Sure, yeah,
So
of course.
I pre-pledged on the Trifecto pen. I think I want the flashlight one. So if I don't take the one that I actually pledged on, you're saying I don't get the point?
Well, what you need to do is go back into your Kula funded and delete the one that you chose, and then select the one that you want.
Okay.
Before you go, actually, it just needs to happen before the end of the campaign. But
Okay.
I would, before you go pledge on Kickstarter, get your correct pledge inside of pre-pledge inside of Kula funded, and then make sure you match it exactly. I had two people that I had influenced in that got their Zip and Stores and were completely depressed because they got the wrong thing. They didn't double check to make sure they got their points because they chose at least one that was in the options. But what they got was just what's it called? Just a mat, just the cutting mats, and they didn't get the actual slide outs that they wanted. So it's really important that you make sure you find the exact one that matches your Kula funded when you're pledging on Kickstarter, Indiegogo, or any of the platforms.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because like I said, this Kickstarter and Indiegogo is brand new to me. So
Awesome.
Deborah,
Yes.
could you or Don run through the part that you was doing at first about posting on Twitter through the projects? The either one. I've got the panels up for each of them, but I want to make sure that I'm doing it right.
Sure, absolutely.
Of course. All right, so I've chosen the project that I want to focus on, Zip and Store. That's very important you do that first. And then once you choose a project, you certainly don't want to go to Park Smarts, because I'll show you what happens. I've chosen Zip and Store, and if I go to the Park Smarts column, it's going to pull up all the information for Zip and Store. So that won't make sense. You definitely want to go to your Zip and Store hashtag column and do your posting there. Okay, does that make sense?
I don't know if the panel's not working, but I don't get the window to pop up to post.
Oh, you mean when you choose to retweet or reply or quote anything, you don't get this box to pop up?
I know one thing I found out, you got to make sure you spell it correctly.
Excuse me. I think you were saying that you were using Google Chrome with this.
Right. It tends to that. I'm sorry because I'm just on my Mac, but I know Firefox does not work well. I tried it on Firefox and it doesn't want to cooperate all the time. But Chrome was
Well, I'll let you know too that on Chrome it still isn't allowing me to select the provided pictures on Chrome either.
Okay.
So I just noticed that tonight when I was trying to do it. So that sounds more like it's just me. However, it is my second laptop that I've used. I was on a different laptop for training than this one. So 2 different laptops, one on Firefox, one on Chrome, and I can't get it to take pictures for me.
Okay. Now, are they using just Moby Card as the hashtag only? Because at the top where you were putting your cursor over top of them to see they were the spellings were right. I'm not getting anything. It's just gray up there, but
What browser are you using?
the Foxfire. But I'm just switching back over because you said you was using the Chrome.
Okay, super.
Okay.
That could be it. I'm not
Okay.
really.
So Don, pull up, you're in the Zip and Store project. So pull up a Zip and Store as if you're going to treat. As if you're going to treat me to ice cream tonight. Just so we can show him where the hashtag is that you can select. Once you can get this to come up, you want to come down there and click on tags that she just clicked on, and then you can just click on Zip and Store, and it automatically populates it up in your tweet.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And then you can type before it or after it or both. Just
Use one of these tweets. Doesn't matter where you put that. So are you, Gary, just so I understand, are you saying that you don't get a pop-up box like this?
I've got Chrome up now and it's showing that.
And it's working better?
Yeah.
Okay, super. All right, so I chose the picture here. You can choose an image or you can upload your own. Okay, you can always upload a picture, but this is easy. These are great pictures. I just chose that one. And I've got my hashtag, I've got the tweet, and I'll just submit. You should get a message that it was successful.
So now yours is saying that there was no file selected. I'm interested to see if a picture shows up for your tweet.
Oh yeah, right. So I didn't choose a file. I didn't upload one. So no file is selected, but I did highlight this one down here. And I actually selected it.
Right. So I would have thought that would populate there that says.
Yeah, this I think is just for the upload. This whole thing is just for if I chose my own.
Yeah, I'm just taking a note for enhancement because you should be able to see that you've selected it. Like me, I click on it, nothing happens, and then I click submit and nothing shows up. And so I would like it if I click on it and it actually sees that I've clicked on it. I would like it to show me that I've selected whatever file name that is.
That's
so
a good point. I can tell it is because it's kind of grayed out now for me, so I know.
That's what it does for me. That's what it does for me too. Grays it out, but it doesn't appear in my tweet on Chrome or Firefox.
Okay, I got one for you too. Check it out. I see on your screen underneath that box there that I was not on this prior to tonight. So I logged into the website from the link. Now I do not have that bar across there with the highlights, under the link, that bar that across there, and I do not have any other posts or anything on. I've got a blank gray screen. Now my post, I figured it out. I put the tweet button up in the left corner. I filled out the tweet.
I'll show you. I made this for people.
I pushed on the, I selected the picture for Zip and Store, and I did post the tweet. Now the tweet, I see it on your screen right there on the webinar that it showed up, but it did not place the picture on it. And I do not see anything else on my computer like you all have all those tweets and stuff that were already put out.
Now on yours, John, at the top there that you tweeted, did you just do that outside of the software, that one?
No, I just did that in the software just as we've been speaking. Posted it just a few minutes ago. And I did select a picture, but it did not put the picture up there.
Okay.
I'm using Chrome, Google Chrome, off a laptop, not on my phone.
That's interesting because on Saturday when Doug was doing the training, I was following along with him and I was doing it and all my pictures worked perfectly. So it is something different that we can definitely tell him.
Mm-hmm.
It was working because I did several posts and it worked fine. So just something they need to look at.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's that one right there. You just had it listed, but it didn't I could see on it that the picture hadn't come up.
Yeah.
And also, I typed MobiCard into it when I was typing the ad up, but I went and I clicked on the tag, and it wasn't highlighted yet. So when I clicked on the tag, then it popped up. So I don't know what there's still some glitches on that. And I don't know how to populate. I don't see any of these other listings on my screen. It's just a gray screen under, you know, the Chrome bar that has the listing for the website. I do not have that bar with all the selections across there at all either. And it's just a gray screen.
Are you looking at her? So are you looking at her Mac? Like you're seeing where it says Dawn Clifton, her Facebook. She has 9 notifications. She has 3,076 notifications for Twitter. Dawn, what's that? She has Snapchat open. She has 101 plus traffic. She has a hey there. Are you looking at that?
Right. I don't have any bar, but I don't see any of those listings, and mine didn't even come up on my screen when I tweeted it. So none of this stuff down below here. It's just a gray screen. I don't know what the deal is on that.
Can you take a snapshot of your screen that you're talking about? Because that stuff that I just read off, that's Dawn. Those are Dawn's tabs that she has open. Those are her.
Yeah, this is different. This is just my web browser and all the different pages I have open in my web browser.
Okay, I understand that, but I don't see anything, and it didn't even put my tweet up there like it shows it on yours there that
Oh, so John, did you come over? See where it says add tag on the left-hand side? Did you, in that box, did you add a hashtag Zippin Store?
Like that?
And then click add tag? That's how we're getting these columns to appear.
That makes sense. Okay.
I put add tag. I hit it and it doesn't do anything.
Well, I don't know if you remember how long it took mine to show up when we first got started. There's a big delay right now.
Oh, okay.
So just know that to get a column up, like what you're seeing here, and the software really that we're looking at on Dawn's screen, what you will see starts where it says Twitter and Pinterest, and then straight across there, her first column is ParkSmart, her second column is MobiCard, her third one is Zippin Store, and her fourth one is Trifecto. And Dawn, can you show them how to show everybody how to move the columns around?
Yeah, so you want to get this little cross cursor and you just drag it. You can put it anywhere once you get that little cross cursor. Do y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
You can just move it around. So you can have up to 5 columns. That's a really good point, Deborah. You can have up to 5 columns. I don't do 5 columns because I can't see 5 columns.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could move it like that if I wanted to, but I just prefer to see what I can see on this one screen. So you can definitely delete one. Like I'm not gonna do any Trifecto right now. So yeah, I wanted to delete it.
Hey guys, I've got a question.
Sure.
Yeah. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any way we could get maybe Doug to program it so that when we click on, say, like a ParkSmart ad, that it would change the hashtag or sync with the hashtag so that it's the same? Because I get carried away in posting and I forget to change the hashtag.
You forget to change the project. Yeah.
Right. I forget to change the project.
He's actually gonna. I told him that he needs to label them both, so that might help as far as the label on the box there. So it tells you to change the hashtag.
Oh, okay. Rather than have them sync, because if you say like you click on ParkSmart, then it should change it in the project button.
Yeah, but the only way to add the tag would be in that space there to add the column.
I don't mean add a tag.
No, what she means is, so what she what she'd like to see is when, let's look at Dawn's first column that she's trying to delete there, the trifecto. So, or whatever. If somebody were to come down here and click on that new gadget coming soon and reply,
Yeah.
but right now she's in the Zippin store. By hitting that reply, because it's on a reply that's in that column, she's saying then the project should automatically change to trifecto. But the reason I'm telling you that that's not going to happen probably is because just because it's in this column doesn't mean it couldn't be in another column as well. How many times have we tweeted Zippin store, Kula Brands, ParkSmart for Kit, right? We use all the tags sometimes.
Yeah.
So because of that, there's no way for the program to know exactly, maybe because you're in that column itself, but I'm not sure that that can be done. Definitely will.
Yeah,
we'll
that's
ask
what
him
I
about
was.
that.
I was hoping that it would just show up in the column rather than any particular tweet.
Right.
See, like if I clicked on ParkSmart, then the hashtag where it says Zippin store would change to ParkSmart,
right.
so that it would be congruent with my tweets.
Sure.
Right. So currently it runs from the project that you select. That's what everything's running from. What we'd like it to be is the column that you select should drive the project.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my point. Yeah. So if I'm not quite sure what happens when I say, like, if I go to Zippin store project column, and I still have ParkSmarts in the left-hand, right there. If I still have ParkSmarts there and I go to the Zippin store and I post on Zippin store, it will still have ParkSmarts, and it'll still have pull up the ads for Zippin store instead of ParkSmarts, right?
Correct. Because currently it's driven from the project that's on your left-hand side instead of driven by the column that you're in.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
well, that's what I was hoping to change,
Yeah.
or get an explanation, maybe or make people aware that could be a problem.
Yeah, it definitely takes getting used to. Every single time I've gone in now, I've caught myself doing that.
Yeah.
And Deb, just wanted to show you that my picture showed up now.
Well, look at you.
I didn't do anything any different. It just.
Aren't you a superstar?
No. I had
That's
nothing
awesome.
to-
That's awesome. I don't know why mine are not appearing, but that's okay. I keep uploading them.
And John's didn't show up. He was talking about his. It didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's definitely a glitch.
Corey,
Could be a browser thing.
Corey, could I ask you a question? A while ago, you mentioned about back in Zippin store on the calls that everyone was emphasizing that you go in there and you needed to post because we were so at the beginning of this. It was the first project, and we've had I think 4 or 5 now, and I've posted and I'm pledged on every project, but I'm not sure that I did that on every project. Is that something that can be done now?
Yeah, you can actually do it through this software.
Okay.
Yeah, so by you being active in this software means you're accompanying your pledges with that activity. Excuse me. Yeah, so instead of, it's not on the crowdfunding platform anymore. So by you doing a tweet out for Zippin store would constitute an action for that pledge.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been posting, but I'm not sure that I caught everything. When you was talking about doing it at the beginning, I know that was something that you guys discussed in the calls because nothing else had been formulated yet, and it was at the beginning stages of it. But that's good to know. I can go back and do it now.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we basically know who's active and who would just pledge and not do anything. So.
Okay.
Yeah, the easiest way to do it for all projects from here forward, now that we all know, is when you pledge, when you're done pledging, there's always something that comes up and says, do you want to Facebook this? Do you want to tweet this that you pledged? Just always say yes, and immediately tweet it out or Facebook it.
Okay.
Directly from Kickstarter or Indiegogo or whatever platform we're using.
Okay. I appreciate it, guys.
No problem, man.
You betcha.
Okay. I don't know why this is showing up twice. This is funny to me. I only did it once. Anyway.
Hey, Dawn, is it great for kitchen and pantry? You can say that again.
Dawn's spamming Twitter.
I
Crack
am.
myself up.
Unintentionally. Okay. Any other questions?
By the way, guys, yeah, does anybody else have a question? Because I just wanted to. No, but I think we're all good.
Yeah, when is the next training?
The next training for
So I think she wants the branding training.
Yeah,
the next 100, you mean?
no, the next branding training.
Next Monday, same time, same place.
Okay, 6 o'clock, right?
Pacific Standard Time, 6:30.
Okay, got that. I got this one confused with the MobiCard one. That's why I didn't show up.
Yeah.
Because I decided I wasn't gonna to be.
By the way, guys, when you post your checks, you don't need to hide the dollar amount. I don't. Just so you know, you don't. There's no reason to hide it unless you want to. I say let it shine.
I think it was said in one of the webinars earlier from Peter and Doug, possibly, don't flash your cash. And I think that's probably why people were doing that.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I didn't.
Yeah.
Don't flash your cash or
Yeah,
your
don't
check.
flash your cash. Well, saying you don't brag about your money or whatever, that it's not professional. I think the first checks, though, I think that would be fine because it's kind of a,
Well, we only have one check.
right.
One check ever.
Yeah.
Keep them guessing how many thousands of dollars it is.
There you go.
But in all reality, I will show mine and you will show yours, and it symbolizes, for one, look, this business model works. This company is real.
Right.
How soon before the wallet deal is set up and ready to go?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, 3.
Whoop, whoop.
Yay.
All right, guys, I'm going to end the recording now. So pass away.